In the last 15 years, my company has developed a lot of software apps, and I've seen a lot of people get taken advantage of when working with developers. So if you're thinking about hiring a developer to build your app, let me share with you an important checklist you need to complete. What's up YouTube? Lou Yumang, DirectWorks Media, and my goal is to help technology startups create iron-proof application plans to give their apps and dev teams the best chances for success. And today, I'm going to share with you my top 10 checklists you need to complete before hiring your first developer. This applies to both mobile and web applications. Let's get started. Checklist number 1, create a pitch deck. A pitch deck will provide a high-level overview of the entire project to everyone you invite and easily show what you're trying to accomplish. For example, what's the problem you're solving and what's the solution? Is there any underlying magic or innovation to the application? Who's the competitors in this space? What's your business model? If you haven't created a pitch deck yet, I'll provide a free link in the description below. Checklist number 2, define your user personas. Which target audience will be your most ideal user? Ideally, these users will need the least amount of convincing to sign up and use your app. Who are they? Are they in a specific age group? Gender? What are their goals and interests? More importantly, what are their major pain points and frustration that relate to the problem you're solving? What other personas are needed to run your business? Will there be customer support? Are there other departments in your business that need to access the app? It's best practice to define them all. Checklist number 3, create a simple user flow for each user persona defined. For example, your ideal user just installed the app and opened it for the very first time. What do they see? What should they do? Do they need to sign up and register? Is there an onboarding process they should go through before they can start using the app? What are the calls to action? Ideally, this should be the least amount of steps to solve their problem. Also, don't forget to create user flows for returning users, as their experience is totally different from a new user. What ideal pathway do you want your returning users to take when they come back to your app? Remember to keep all your user flows simple. Just break down the necessary actions from a high level. Checklist number 4, create a prototype using Figma. I've used a lot of prototyping tools over the last 15 years, and once we started using Figma, it was a huge game changer for all our apps. It's free, super fast, and you don't need to have any extensive design background to create app prototypes. The important key when building your prototype in Figma is to keep all the UI and UX low fidelity. This means no Disneyland design. Don't add any colors or design elements. Don't add any logos or images. If you need to add a picture on the screen, just add a basic placeholder on where an image should be. Keeping the prototype low fidelity allows for quick, fast, and easy updates from a strategic level. Your Figma prototype will act as your main Bible for the entire app, as it showcases the complete roadmap. If you're having trouble with your Figma prototype, just send me a message so I can point you in the right direction. My next video, I plan to make a Figma tutorial on how to create an app prototype. So be sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Checklist number 5, create development-ready design assets for every screen. Once you're done fully vetting out your prototypes, you can now focus on the fun part, the actual design of your app. Every design here will be high fidelity. Find yourself an experienced app designer to help create the overall look and feel. At the end of this step, you'll know exactly how your app will look. For web applications, the design should be responsive and adapt to every screen, from mobile to tablet to desktop. For mobile apps, the designer should export all design assets according to iOS and Android specifications. Now that you've completed your prototypes and design, we can now focus on the more technical side, which leads to checklist number 6, sign up for a business email account. Make sure you sign up for a business email account that you fully control. This will allow you to easily create access to developers you want to invite to the project. By having control of their email, this will allow you to easily remove them if they are no longer part of the team. This will save you a lot of time and headache if you need to replace a developer. Another great practice is to create a tech@your-domain email that can be used to sign up for third-party accounts, so you never have to give access to your personal email. Checklist number 7, sign up and get a development server. I highly recommend AWS. There are other good server companies out there, but from my past experience, AWS outperforms the rest, especially when your servers go down and you have to talk to support. Checklist number 8, sign up and get an online repository. An online repository is where all the source code for your entire app will be safely stored. This includes all the design assets and programming code for all your applications. I highly recommend Bitbucket for your online repository. Another alternative is GitHub. The great thing about online repositories is that you can see all the lines of code your developers will be writing on a daily basis. Checklist number 9, export all app screen titles from Figma onto a spreadsheet. This spreadsheet will allow potential developers you wish to hire to input time estimates for how long each feature will take. It will also allow you to easily track all progress of the app through various stages of development. I'm going to provide a free template you can download in the description below. If you've completed the previous 9 steps, you're just about development ready. And now you can focus on checklist number 10, interviewing developers and getting feature estimates. Before you discuss anything, have them sign an NDA if you wish to protect your idea. You can now provide developers with access to all your documents, preferably on a Google Drive. You can now invite them to review your prototype on Figma and ask them to poke holes and to see if there's any gaps that still remain. You can discuss their proposed technology stack. This is what framework they will use to build the app. I recommend sticking to the most popular mainstream frameworks where there's an abundance of developers. The worst idea is to pick a framework that's outdated, where there isn't a plethora of developers available. At bare minimum, you'll need one front-end developer to do the UI and one back-end developer to do the API, preferably full stack. Give them access to your sprint tracker so they can input estimates for each feature listed. They will need to provide UI, API, and API integration estimates for every feature. If the timeline is too long, ask yourself, what features are a must for version 1.0? And what features can wait for 2.0? What are the bare minimum features your app needs to service your ideal user? Just a quick note, my company does provide HR services if you need to hire, interview, or vet out software developers. We offer coding tests, cognitive and personality exams, so you can hire winners based on your budget. Whether your developer is local, remote, or offshore, it all comes down to their hourly rate and experience. If you've completed my top 10 checklists, you can now move forward on hiring your first developer with confidence. To learn more on how we can help you create your development plan or validate your idea, visit directworksmedia.com and send us a message. My name is Lou Yumang, signing off. Peace!